Again. There he was, traveling down Highway 24, listening to the radio and the breeze blowing through his hair, when the light suddenly turned red, and BAM! He hit the car in front of him. Today in society, car manufacturers are producing cars made with aluminum. I've spent some time on this issue, and I believe that cars and trucks with steel are better than cars and trucks with aluminum. Today in my speech, I will explain why steel costs less to repair, why steel is cheaper on insurance, and why steel is more protective than aluminum. Next slide. First, I will talk about why steel is cheaper to fix than aluminum. Steel is a strong and durable metal, and is what most cars were made of until the U.S. government started putting regulations on what a car's fuel economy should be. Nick Buckley, a writer for Autonews.com, stated that although the aluminum is lighter, the cost for dealerships to obtain the special tools and open body shops for aluminum vehicles cost tens of thousands of dollars to do, which increases your labor costs. The main reason to why there are separate repair shops is because if aluminum dust and steel dust are in exposure to each other and make contact, they will both ignite and explode, which causes injury or death. They also need more available space for tools that are specified for aluminum. According to David Zuby, chief researcher for the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety, the aluminum body panels having more involved repair and take longer to fix than a bolt-on steel body panel, therefore making it a much more costly fix. Now that I've told you why steel costs less to fix, I will tell you why steel is cheaper on insurance. Anybody who has been in a car crash knows that after the repair bill is paid, your insurance goes up. Zuby found that a repair bill for a front-end collision on a vehicle with aluminum cost $4,147 and drove up the insurance rates 45% more than a car made with steel with the same damage. Jerry Hirsch, a researcher for the LA Times, discovered that the cost for repair bills and for a car with aluminum was $4,738, and drove insurance rates up 45% more than a car made with steel with the same damage. Next slide. And now that I've covered why steel is cheaper to fix and why it is cheaper in insurance, I will tell you why it is more protective. We all know that aluminum is like paper. It bends and smashes easily and is very light. Well, Zuby stated that aluminum may be lighter, but it smashes and bends easier than steel. Wouldn't that mean it'd be more dangerous in a car crash? Yes, it does. A test was conducted, and according to Peter Valdez de Pena, the chief car reporter for CNN.com, found that when an aluminum car was involved in a small overlap accident, the front wheels of the vehicle were pushed into the passenger compartment, causing foot and leg injury, or even death in severe cases. Also, over 1/4 of these accidents are fatal. As you can tell, there are many reasons to why steel is better than aluminum. One strong argument to having steel over aluminum is that there is a time to improve the environment, but there is a time to save money, and possibly even lives. Knowing what advantages are proven by having steel over aluminum, I believe that it is safe to say that you should not do what will protect the environment, but what will protect yourself. Next slide. Today, the topics I covered in my speech included me telling you about why steel cars are cheaper to repair than aluminum cars, why insurance for steel cars is cheaper, and why steel is more protective. Do you remember that guy in the car that I was telling you about earlier? Well, that guy was me. And I was glad that my car was made out of steel rather than aluminum. I was lucky enough I walked away from the accident unharmed, and there was very little damage to my car. I can only imagine how much damage it would have been if my car was made out of aluminum. Just so you know, this here is all the damage that was done to my car. This is what could happen if you have a small overlap accident with an aluminum car.